Yes, guys, everything bite-sized here. I hope you're all well, and I'm back with another Reddit video. So this one is called Throwaway Time. What's your secret that could literally ruin your life if it came out? And we're gonna like go through it because it's one of the most popular threads on Reddit of all time. So first post says, 2.5 years ago, I was in dire financial straits, so I sold my home to keep my struggling business afloat. I neglected to tell the owners that they have an 800 square foot bunker on the property that I built about 7 years ago. The bunker that I've called home since I sold it. That's trespassing, isn't it? The entrance to it is well hidden, but I still come and go very early / very late in the night. Yeah, because in trespassing, mate. I would do the same though. It says, I'm a single man who keeps to himself. I'm now in a situation where I could move somewhere else, but I love this hidden paradise so much. Yeah, man. If I built a bunker, I still wouldn't tell anyone about it either. Like, I would keep it and go there back and forth, you know. Like, I really want to build a bunker. When I get like some decent money one day, I am going to build a bunker, I'm telling you. And no one is going to know where it is, and it's going to be stocked. Like, I probably shouldn't have said that now, because now people are gonna like hunt me down in the end of the world. But anyway, oh no, this one looks too sad to go into. It's yeah, so it starts off with saying he was taken into care at 7. Yeah, no, I don't want to read the sad one. I've already done enough depressing videos recently. This one says, I speak 2 languages, so every time I received a new essay, I would browse the topic in my own language and translate the text word by word to English, then submitted it. No one ever caught me for plagiarism before. That's funny as fuck. But I really disrespect plagiarism, yeah, and I really don't get it. Like, I enjoy making content and writing and stuff like that, so I always enjoyed writing essays in school. I never wanted to plagiarize. And then the reply says half of Europe does this. So why are people so into plagiarism, man? It's just lazy. I suppose like some people just don't like writing, yeah, and I get that. Like, I get that. It's not for everyone, but anyway. Next one. I cut off all contact with everyone I know and moved to Kenya. I tell people a fake name and a fake background and have made it appear to my family that I died on a boat trip in the Pacific. No, I'm not joking. I am dead in the United States. What? Wait, what? I cut off all contact with everyone I know and moved to Kenya. I tell people a fake name and a fake background and have made it appear to my family that I died on a boat trip in the Pacific. No, I am not joking. I am dead in the United States. Wow, that is too crazy to be made up. Like, I wonder how many people have faked their own death just to get away from life and start afresh. That's crazy. That sounds like something I would do. Like, that's on another level. They must be mental. Like, they must be as mental as I am to do something like that. Honestly. I mean, I've had a fresh start. I cut everyone out of my life and moved to a new town. But that was like because I'm an ex-heroin and crack addict. So I needed to get away from that environment that I was in and have a fresh start. But that is on another level. All right, one sec. Like, if you watch my videos, you know I do it all in one take and I read it through the first time with you guys so that we're reading it parasocially and you're getting an organic response. But that means I have to take breaks and have a bit of a vape and drink some tea because I'm British. I lost one of my the tops to one of my vapes recently, so like it's just annoying, put it that way. Right, so this one is long, so I'm not gonna read it, but it's like one of the top comments, so I want to read it. Let's just see what the first paragraph says. I run a cake business. I charge people hundreds for wedding cakes, ... Every last one is made using Pillsbury cake mix I buy for $1 a box at Walmart. I suck at baking. Every time I've ever tried to make a cake from scratch, it sucked. But baking is like my whole deal. My friends all call me the cake girl. It's like my whole life is a lie. People compliment my cakes all the time, telling me how delicious they are, telling me it's so much better than box mix cake, telling me they could never bake a cake so delicious. Well, guess what? For $1, they too can. I sound like one of those infomercial adverts. Well, guess what? For $1, they too can make a cake just as delicious. Just add oil, eggs, and water. In my defense, I love cake decorating. I make all of the frostings and fondue. Is that fondue? Fondant. Someone tell me how to pronounce that in the comments, please, and what it is. Let me just search quickly because I'm sure I'm being dense and it's fondue. But I don't even know what fondue is. Is fondue that stuff you dip chocolate or cheese in? Okay, so let me see how you pronounce it. Oh, I ain't got my headphones plugged into my computer, so I don't know. But it's a thick, in case anyone didn't know, and they're an idiot like me, it's a thick paste made out of sugar and water, and often flavoured or coloured, used in the making of sweets and the icing and decoration of cakes. So it's just icing then. Okay, whatever. What, like, I don't know, man. Like, Americans say things differently to British people, and it confuses me sometimes. I'm going to leave that one there because it's so long and she's basically explained it all in one. But that is funny as f***. The thing is when people pay more for a product, they automatically, like, psychosomatically think it's better. If you buy something that's expensive, your mind is sort of, like, wired to believe it's luxury. So I can see how someone, you know, like, cake is cake. Like, cake tastes nice, so, like, you know, that's just hilarious. I respect the hustle, man. Anyway, next one. Okay, so this is a secret I've kept for nearly 20 years. During the summers when I was growing up, my parents would often leave my brother and I, parentheses, I'm male, I don't know why they had to specify that, with our aunt and uncle who lived out in the country. Pardon me. It was great as they had 4 sons of age close to ours, so we had a lot of fun doing kids stuff. One summer when I was 8, the oldest cousin was maybe 16. We somehow got talking and he asked me if I wanted to sleep in his room. Oh no. And he asked me if I wanted to sleep in his room that night. I can see where this is going. He has the nicest room and bed, so I was all up for it. Got into bed and he asked if, oh no, okay, no, we're not going into that one. No, thank you. I once helped this. I'm not going into that one. This next one. I once helped out a female friend's family by taking care of their cat for a week. Every day for a week, I would go over there and snoop around their house. I found my friend's diary and proceeded to read the entire thing. I used this information to get her to like me, and she's currently my wife. Whoa! That's some psycho shit, man. I once helped out my female friend's family by taking care of their cat for a week. Every day for a week, I would go over there and snoop around their house. I mean, it's normal to be curious, to have a look around, but, like, actually going through people's things and that, let alone reading their diary. No, man, that's an invasion of... If their whole marriage is built on that foundation, I found my friend's diary and proceeded to read the entire thing. I used this information to get her to like me, and she's currently my wife. And by the sounds of it, because this thread is about secrets that could ruin their life, he knows that if his wife finds out that their whole relationship is based on that, she's going to feel violated, and it might end his... Oh, that is fuckery, bro. Like, do you know what? You've got to be a psycho to do some... That is just... that's just blown me away, that's fucking crazy, that was. One of the... Oh, never mind. One of the comments just says, also, there was a cat. I don't know why I found that so funny, but that got 2,400 likes. Alright, just let me have a vape. Okay. When one of them looks like it's getting a bit weird or depressing, but, like, you know, I'm probably gonna skip them. So I'm sorry if I get halfway through one and skip it. But you'll be able to find the thread easily. It's called Throwaway Time. What's your secret that could ruin your life? And it's one of the most popular threads on Reddit. So you'll be able to find it. But I don't want to read through the sad ones, to be honest with you. So this one says, when I was 13, during the summer before I started high school, I was... Oh no, not reading that one. I don't want to be with my girlfriend anymore, but she might have cancer and I feel like I need to stay in the relationship. Oh my word. Edit. I oh man. I have seen 50-50. Hey, I replied to this a few weeks ago today, blah blah blah. But I can't see she's healthy and I split up with her before we found out. Yay for life working out. So he split up with her when she had cancer. That is such a weird situation, man. Like that is so weird. Like, I don't want to be with my girlfriend anymore, but she might have cancer and I feel like I need to stay in a relationship. I can fully, like, sympathize there. Like, I wouldn't want to split up with a chick if I found out she had cancer and she was, oh, that is so weird, man. It's one of those things. It's sort of like one of those ethical dilemmas. Like, would you steal steal a loaf of bread so your family can eat? And is it right or is it wrong? It's one of them dilemmas, man. That is so, like, the top comment says, wow, man, that is rough. That is rough. That's some greasy real life drama shit there, man. All right, give me 1 second because I'm getting cold. I need to put my jacket on. The thing is it's like, it's so expensive to heat this flat up. I just fucking put clothes on. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be spending £5 a day heating my flat. Like, I'd rather just put a jacket on, mate. A jacket costs like, I don't know, I don't spend more than 30-40 quid on a jacket. I'm cheap, but yeah, it's better than spending £5 a day heating the whole flat up. Right, let's crack back on, shall we? Let me just have a vape quick. Oh shit, I'll drop my vape. Right, 1 second. I get the feeling a lot of these are going to be quite bad, and I've done enough videos recently about sad stuff and like do you know, like, as sad as it gets. Like, I've done a lot of videos about that, and I don't want to touch the ones that are weird. Let's call them weird and very sad at the same time. So there's tragic and sad, and there's weird and sad, and I don't want to touch either of those. I think I'm sure your imagination can work out what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this next one. I faked the last 2 years of college education. Oh my gosh, so many people do this to my parents put so much pressure on me, I couldn't handle it. Parentheses, I was suffering from severe depression and anxiety. Oh man, I really sympathize for people who've got really pushy parents. They don't want to upset and expect too much out of them, and they don't feel like they can go to their parents and be honest, you know, like, and just say, look, I can't do this, like, and then still be accepted by their parents and not made to feel, because it's like he or she knows they'll be made to feel bad for their depression and anxiety, and it will make it worse, and those sort of things can kill someone, man, for real. So this is really sad. I'm gonna read it anyway, man. I'll start again. I faked the last 2 years of college education. My parents put so much pressure on me, I couldn't handle it. Parentheses, I was suffering from severe depression and anxiety, so I faked it all. Lied to everyone. Made up fake transcripts. I just got my foot in the door in my desired field thanks to a friend as they hired me as a subordinate. This place only hires college grads, but no one double checked my credentials since I was recommended. Oh wow. My hope is that if I need to find another job, I'll have been at this place long enough to get it by experience alone. Parentheses, I work for a very prestigious company. So he's faked it till he made it. I'm not bad at my job. I'm actually quite good, but my fear is eventually I'll hit a wall and the lie will come to light. No one has ever known this for the better part of a decade. It's a relief to finally say it, quote unquote, out loud. I can't even tell those I love. My silence is my prison. Yeah, I would hate to live a lie, man. I really would. That's why I'm so honest. If you've seen my YouTube videos, I'm just honest about everything, man. Like, I've done some f***ed up shit, like, especially during my drug taking years, and I just put it all out there because it's just is what it is. I feel like honesty is the best policy, man. And like this person obviously feels uncomfortable with the fact that they're living a lie. Like he says, my silence is my prison. I don't want that. I want freedom, man. Like, I think freedom is an expression. Isn't that an expression? Freedom is an illusion. It's one of the first things that comes up. Freedom is an illusion. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know. Oh, freedom of expression. I'm being dense. That was the thing I was thinking of. I thought I was gonna go on some deep, long tangent. All right, I'm gonna have a vape quickly. Right. Let's go to the next one. When I was 17, I had anyone that starts with when I was blah 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 age, a young age, I'm actually scared of, because there's been 2 or 3 now that I've had to stop reading halfway through. When I was 17, I had an argument with my father and told him to fuck off. Oh shit. Okay, no, that got deep quick. Later that evening, he something. Oh no, no. That is. How many of these are that bad? How many are that bad? I can't read through those. I've already talked about that stuff enough on my channel. This post is made by someone called Rocket. Okay, that post is too long, but we'll read the first paragraph and the last one. Oh no, this one will probably be bad as well. I used to be a police/fire/911 dispatcher, but I had to quit because it nearly made me. Yeah, not reading that one. Nope. Everyone thinks I have a good job and roommates, but I've been homeless and a prostitute for over a year. Oh, that's so sad. But it's just something like so sad and tragic about that it's almost like, this is crazy. Everyone thinks I have a good job and roommates, but I've been homeless and a prostitute for over a year. Look, again, just be honest, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with being homeless. I mean, if you want to be a prostitute, that's up to you. But, like, I suppose I understand keeping that secret. But being homeless, like, there is shame attached to homelessness. I've been homeless and I felt shameful for it. But it's part of your story. Like, I'm completely honest about it because it's part of my story. Like, you know, like, there's freedom in expression. That's what I was trying to say. Freedom in expression. In expression. Is that actually an expression? Freedom in expression. Sure, that is an expression, isn't it? Freedom of expression. But they mean it in like, you're free to express things. But I mean it like, I think there's freedom in expression. Like, there's freedom in expressing things and telling the truth. Like, the truth will set you free. Do you know what I mean? All right, so this next one says, I can't bring myself to type it out again, so copy pasted the relevant part from the other place I posted this. For some reason, I've got an ominous feeling that this is going to be a bad one as well. I can't promise coherence. Even after all these years, it still cuts deep, and I'm probably going to wind up rambling like I did the first and every other time I talked about it. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's too long. This next one, IT guy here. It's amazing what people will do on their computers and say in their emails, despite having to sign a waiver that all computer activity at work is monitored and recorded. I have half the company's banking, social media and personal email info and passwords. I know who is secretly banging who at the office behind their spouse's back. I know who is cybering at work and jerking it in the bathroom almost daily. At least they tell their sex chat partner they're running off to the bathroom to jerk it. Haven't felt the need to check the validity of that one. I know when people are having marital problems, financial problems. I even know one person here who had their children taken away. Oh because the social worker found cocaine in their house. Well, okay, look, finding cocaine in someone's house, I mean, there might have been other factors, but taking someone's kids away because you found a bit of coke in their house. I know cocaine's serious. I'm a recovering crack and heroin addict, but that's a bit intense, man. I know who is embezzling money. I know when people get fired for completely bullshit reasons, like they just want to replace them with someone younger and nicer on the eyes. That's naughty. And I know who my boss is buying Xanax and Vicodins from. Basically, I have a treasure trove of my co-workers' secrets. I won't actively do anything with this info, but it's nice knowing I have the ammunition there if something ever were to happen. Yeah, man, he's got the get out of jail free card with half of the people in that office. He can just whip that out like that's crazy, man. I'm gonna read that again. 1 second. I've thought about this before, like how much power someone in that position has. I've actually thought about this. IT guy here. It's amazing what people will do on their computers and say in their emails, despite having to sign a waiver that all computer activity. It's like you, like someone thinks they're like Dexter and kill someone, yeah, and they meticulously try to plan out a murder and get away with it, but then they Google search how to dissolve a body in acid or some shit like that, and they Google search every step of their plan. Like they're idiots, man. Like, right, so IT guy here, it's amazing what people will do on their computers and say in their emails, despite having to sign a waiver that all computer activity at work is monitored and recorded. I have half the company's banking, social media, and personal email accounts and info and passwords. I know who is secretly banging who at the office behind their spouse's backs. Yeah, do you know, yeah, I feel like when you're forced to work with people of the opposite sex, it's almost like inevitable that there's going to be at least some sexual tension there. And, you know, like you're spending just as much time at work with that person of the opposite sex as you are with your partner. So there's something very weird about it. It's like that Rick and Morty bit where they say they're like having an attractive co-worker with a platonic relationship. It's entirely hypothetical. Do you know what I mean? It's weird, man. I know who is cybering at work and jerking it in the bathroom almost daily. At least they tell their sex chat partner they're running off to the bathroom to jerk it. Haven't felt the need to check the validity of that one. I know when people are having marital problems, financial problems. I even know one person here had their children taken away because a social worker found cocaine in their house. That's so sad, man. I know who is embezzling money. I know when some people get fired for completely bullshit reasons, like they just want to replace them with someone younger and nicer on the eyes. Do you know what? That's disgusting when people get fired and they don't deserve it for bullshit reasons like that. And I know who my boss is buying Xanax and Vicodins from. Basically, I have a treasure trove of my co-workers' secrets. I won't actively do anything with this info, but it's nice knowing I have the ammunition there if something ever were to happen. I'm going to need a break before I do this next one. I need to pour some tea and drink some tea and have a quick little vape, ladies and gents. Do excuse me, please. I like to do these all in one take, like and organically, so I keep everything in. I keep the burps, the farts, the swear words, the cusses, but I edit out the cusses afterwards. I probably don't manage to catch them all. The only reason I cut them out is because I'm hoping like it will help with getting my videos monetized. Okay. So there was a girl who I had a crush on the moment. Wait, let me try and think if there's a secret I can throw out there that I haven't said on this channel yet. I feel like I've said pretty much everything. No, I can't really think of anything. I mean, things will come up in the future that like I'll be reminded of, and I just say them. I just say what's on my mind. Right. There was a girl who I had a crush on the moment I saw her on my college campus. Oh yeah, that's another story I told in another video where I this girl I had a crush on when we were getting wrecked during like school days. Everyone else had passed out, and me and her were spooning on the bed. And I thought I was a virgin at the time, and it looked like things were going to go further. And I'd drunk that much alcohol and smoked that much weed. I think the fear and the panic of being in that sort of sexually tense situation triggered me throwing up everywhere. I threw up all over her room. I threw up all like filled her toilet up, and she because I was trying to catch my sick as I was throwing up and running out of the room. I got a handprint of sick on a Bob Marley poster on her door, and she kept that handprint of sick as a memento. So that's kind of cute in a way, in a weird, disgusting way. But yeah, you see, I'm not even embarrassed. I don't give a fuck, mate. It's not even embarrassing. Right. There was a girl who I had a crush on the moment I saw her on my college campus. She ended up dating a douchebag dude a few weeks later. I happened to end up sitting in the study room with him and a few mutual friends. He talked about how he didn't think she was that attractive and how he liked other girls. Oh, that's sad, man. I wrote the girl an anonymous email using one of those websites, telling her about the things I heard and how the guy was a dick. She ended up breaking up with him after she found out he was cheating. The girl is now my girlfriend of 6 months. She has no idea, parentheses, and is sitting across from me in the library. I've never told anyone this before. Oh, okay. That's. I mean, what's wrong about that? Like, I mean, I suppose they're keeping it secret from her. He should have just been up front with her and told her it was him. So yeah, I get that. Why was he scared to? Why did he have to do it anonymously? I don't understand. I don't understand some people. I would have just gone up to her and said, "Look, this geezer said this." I suppose he didn't want to get knocked out by the guy or something like that. I don't know. Um, and the guy had probably been chatting that much about his missus to so many people that he couldn't guess who had told her. He sounds like a right douchebag, man. Not the guy who ratted on the other guy. The other guy, he sounds like a right douchebag. I hate people like that, you know. Like, if you're gonna be with someone, like, be with them because you want to be with them, and don't chat behind their back. That's fucked up. Anyway, this next one. When I was 15, my parents were going through a divorce. My mum worked night shifts and my dad was living with a friend of his. One night, my sister, who was 19 at the time, came home pretty drunk from a party. She was acting goofy and fell on... I don't like where this is going. She was acting goofy and fell on the couch next to me. No, not touching that one. I think people can kind of get... If you want to read these up ones, you're gonna have to go and find a thread, because I want a video without fucked up in it. Well, there's levels of fucked up shit, and there's different like brands and flavors of fucked up, and I'm looking for a nice clean fucked up like in this video, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to be reading about some, like, I was about to offend the whole state in the US then. I don't want to be reading about some wrong turn. Right. Okay, this is more like the ones I'm looking for. I once took a shit in the bathtub and then realised what a horrible mistake I'd made. I flung poo into a hole. Flung poo into a hole in the wall. My parents See, look, now I have been reminded of a up story. That's my story. Right, so this is one of my earliest memories, yeah, when I was really, really, really young, yeah, I took a shit, yeah, and then threw it underneath my bed. I must have been about 4 or 5 or something like this, yeah. I took a shit and threw it underneath my bed, yeah. And my stepdad, yeah, bless him, he's dead now, bless him. He was obviously pissed about this, yeah. So he grabbed my hand and made us run around the estate we lived on until I was exhausted, just as like punishment. But obviously I deserved that because I took a and threw it underneath the bed. But it sounds similar to this story. There's probably going to be a few stories that I get reminded of that I'm just going to spill out. Anyway, I once took a shit in the bathtub and then realising what a horrible mistake I'd made, I flung poo into a hole in the wall. My parents renovated and patched up the hole. So now there is a 15-year-old turd in between the bathroom and kitchen wall. Not even a throwaway because I have no shame. I respect that. Not even a throwaway because I have no shame. Oi, that's it. Don't have shame. Be yourself, man. I'm gonna read that again. I once took a shit in the bathtub and then realising what a horrible mistake I'd made, I flung poo into a hole in the wall. My parents renovated and patched up the hole, so now there is a 15-year-old turd in between the bathroom and kitchen wall of my childhood home. Not even using a throwaway because I have no shame. That is base. See, this is the kind of thing that I was hoping to find on this thread. I need a break after that, man. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Whew. That, mate, I have no words. I can't tell you how much I respect that he didn't even use a throwaway account. Do you know what, yeah? That is some real shit there. Like, you don't get much more hardcore than that. That is based. That is absolutely based. I could read that over and over again for the rest of my life. If I could choose one bit of literature for the rest of my life, it would be that short paragraph. Yeah, someone said in response, "You're awesome, dude. Needed a laugh after reading everything above." Yeah, man, if I'd have read everything above, I would have needed that too, because about half of those stories, they start off sounding innocent, and then suddenly it's some next level disgusting shit. which I was not expecting with this thread. You know, like I was expecting more like the poo story. Let's have some more poo stories. Okay, so right, so my daughter turns 5 next week. If anyone knew the truth behind her parentage, I could probably lose her forever. Oh, that sounds sad. That's gonna be like you know, like something along the lines of they not their real dad or not their real. I was gonna say not their real mum. Then that's possible, I suppose, but less likely. That's I can already tell that was gonna be sad, and it's made me sad. I need to read the poo story again. 1 second. I once took a shit in a bathtub and then realising what a horrible mistake I'd made, I flung poo into a hole in the wall. My parents renovated and patched up the hole, so now there is a 15-year-old turd in between the bathroom and kitchen wall of my childhood home. No, it's the last comment that gets me. Not even using a throwaway because I have no shame. Right, okay. Every time I get halfway into a fucked up story where I know where it's going and it makes me sad, I'm going to come back to that comment. Okay, so... not life ruining, but makes me feel like shit every time I think about it. As I've told, what was I expecting? Like when actually, what was I expecting with comments like this with a thread about what would ruin your life, what secret would ruin your life? What the fuck was I expecting? I come into this so naive. I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be funny as fuck. And then I wasn't expecting all the deep, dark shit. But what else is going to be on here? What seriously? Like I'm an idiot, man. And this one sounds like it's going to be really bad as well. Not life ruining, but makes me feel like shit every time I think about it. As I've told Reddit before, I have a blind brother. When we were young, I used to get so frustrated at all the extra attention he received and how I had to be more responsible with my sibling than my peers. So when my brother and I would go play, this is going to be so sad. When my brother and I would go to the store, or just generally go anywhere without adults, I would abandon him somewhere unfamiliar to him. Oh no, I'm not reading the rest. That's too sad. Oh, that's so sad. Oh man, at least he feels bad for it, so he's not a fucking psychopath. But that's some psycho behavior right there. What was I expecting with this, honestly? What was I expecting? Some wholesome shit when it's about life ruining shit. Come on, man. That's fuckery. I'm an idiot. Yeah, one comment says, this thread has given me a new perspective on the depths of human suffering. That's why as soon as they start getting fuckery, I stop reading them, because I don't want any more suffering added on top of my own suffering. So why am I reading this shit? I'm like, it's like a train wreck. Like now it's like it's happening in slow motion and I can't control like looking at it. Like, and I've already started. I feel like I'm submerged in it. Okay. Oh no, not that one. That one's sad as well. This one says, I hate all of my friends. Literally, I don't have anything in common with any of them and don't care. But I'm too scared to be alone and have no one else to go to, so I keep hanging around with them. That is really sad, man. Oh, that's really sad. I'd rather just be alone than be around people I hate, to be honest with you. Okay, so many confessions starting with, this will get buried, no one's going to read this. So I thought I'd just say that I'm one of those who finally got done reading all, at least 35,000 comments. Took me weeks. This is the first post I read on Reddit. Very addicting to read. Hugs to all who need it. I hope you find the strength to overcome your problems. Oh, that's wholesome, man. My own secret is that I'm still deeply in love with my now married with kids first love. Nothing will ever happen and it is ridiculously hurtful, but whatever, life goes on. Oh, I can relate to that, man. That's sad. I can handle that type of sad, like where there's no f***ed up shit, but that is sad. He'll never be able to be with that chick. Okay, so I was on a train recently. Yeah, this is a personal story of mine. I was on a train recently and I was just getting off the train on my platform, and as I was going towards the door, I clocked this girl who was drinking a Magnum, yeah? They're these Jamaican, like, tonic wines, yeah? And I've never seen any chick drinking one in my life, yeah? And she was beautiful. And I said, is that a Magnum you're drinking? And she took it away from her lips and just like pissed herself laughing, basically, yeah. And we there was this connection. Do you know when there's just a spark, yeah? Like you know. You just know, like you'd really get along with someone, and but I had to get off the train and I didn't have time to get a number, and oh man, as I was walking home, I was thinking, oh, that could have been something. There was something real there, something so short-lived and real, and so real, and just gone like that. And I was thinking about that for like a week or two afterwards, man. Just a little interaction like that. Oh, okay, this next story, nope. Because the word just jumped out at me that, nope. Okay. Oh, wow. No, not reading that one out. Not at all. This one says, I still have imaginary friends. I'm almost 30. I lost them for a while. I don't know why or how, but they were gone. I couldn't see them or hear them anymore. Okay, so he's got a mental illness if he's seeing and hearing imaginary friends. Possibly even dissociative identity disorder. Because I've got serious mental health issues myself, I want to read this. Okay, I'm going to read it. I hallucinate sometimes with my bipolar disorder, so it's kind of like freaking me out, the idea of reading this, but I'm going to read it anyway. Okay. I still have imaginary friends. I'm almost 30. I lost them for a while. I don't know why or how, but they were gone. I couldn't see them or hear them anymore, not the way I used to when I was younger. It made me very miserable. I kept hoping for a way to get them back. Oh, that's so sad, man. 2 weeks ago, I somehow finally managed to break through whatever the barrier was. I spent the past 2 weeks hanging out with and talking to a character from a well-known TV show. Wow, this guy is Looney Tunes, man. Like, he's crazier than me. I can't really, quote-unquote, see him visually, but I can see him with my mind's eye. Okay, so he's not as crazy as I thought. He's literally just using his imagination. I thought he meant he was like, you know, like some Fight Club where like it was like a real person in their life, quote unquote real. He goes almost everywhere with me. He's sitting on my bed right now waiting for me to get off my computer. Parentheses, I promised I would get off a little while ago, but I had to check Reddit one last time. So he even promises his imaginary friend things. He's been coming to work with me every day for the past 2 weeks. I share my food with him. I kind of mentally duplicate it for him since you can't touch it in reality. It's like this guy wants to be crazy. But it's sad because he says, I love it, I'm happy again. I realise most people would say he isn't real, but there's something about him, I don't care, he's real to me. Well, yeah, he is real in a sense, isn't he? Like, that's very interesting to unpack. So, hallucinations are a real experience. He's not hallucinating, but when someone hallucinates, even though it's not in reality per se, like, it is part of their reality, so it's real to them. But this guy is almost like faking No, it's not even that. He's just, yeah, it's just an imaginary friend. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, like, to be honest. He's an imaginary friend, but that's such a weird thing for an adult, I find. Don't you think that's weird? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I find that, like, weird. Like something almost a little bit like psycho about that. Like, if you have hallucinations, you can't help it. It's not your fault. But building up, maybe not psycho. Maybe it's more like sad. Maybe they just don't really get along with quote unquote normal people. I don't get along with quote unquote normal people. I'm very lonely, but I don't like make up people in my head. That's a bit weird. I don't know. I find that strange. I don't know about you guys, but that's a bit much for me. Right, I'm gonna have a little vape. Okay. So, well, it's more of a secret to my friends that I've made recently. Some background first. I don't like being touched or hugged, and I'm incredibly uncomfortable with intimacy in general. Oh, this is gonna be sad. When I was in the 8th grade, I don't think it's gonna be like crazy disgusting though, by the sounds of it. So I hope not, and I'm not even gonna risk it. Oh, it's about bullying. That's too sad. I don't like that. No, I got bullied a bit at school. So this is me talking. I got bullied at school. not through the not in secondary school, but in primary school. There was this kid. So basically, yeah, I used to live in a bad town. I grew up in a bad town, and I was at the worst school in that bad town, the worst primary school. It was the school where, when kids had been kicked out of every other school, they ended up there and they could get away with murder because they had to be schooled somewhere. And there was this kid, yeah. And oh, I've got an interesting anecdote to add to this on top. So there was this kid who used to bully the out of me to the point I felt sick about going to school the next day. Yeah, he used to really bully me. Yeah, like really. Anyone who's been bullied just knows the feeling. I don't need to go into details. Yeah, he used to bully the out of me. Yeah, and the head teacher wouldn't do. The principal, you guys call him, wouldn't do cool because he just wouldn't do anything. My mum was furious, and we moved to a different school. Like right, the last half a year of the whole school, we moved to a different school. But this guy who used to bully the out of me and was a right, yeah, like an absolute to me. I hate using that word. I'm sorry, especially to my female audience. Yeah, but he was a yeah. I do this security like doorman bouncer course, yeah. When I was about like 19 or something like that, yeah. And this guy is there instantly, yeah. He's learning on the course as well. Instantly, my stomach drops and I feel sick, and all these memories come back of him bullying me. But he's a completely changed guy. Like his whole demeanor, everything. He's like changed into what seems like a really nice guy. So I don't know if something happened to him or something drastic must have happened to him to make him change perspective and stop being a bullying. But like I was expecting to get angry at him and get some revenge on him or something like that, yeah. But I couldn't because he was too nice. He didn't even remember who I was. Like he must have bullied loads of people, but he didn't even remember who I was. That's so. Oh man. Anyway, I'm probably a little bit too honest on this channel, to be honest. I don't, but I want to make a raw channel, like, you know, like burps and farts and everything included, like, because, like, why not? Like, I don't know. Oh, this one not reading because instantly a word jumped out at me. There's someone who says just cause, and they've listed a load of resources which I really respect, and it's got a lot of upvotes. They've listed the depression hotline, a word I don't want to say hotline, a lifeline, Trevor Project, sexuality support, eating disorders hotline, another couple of words I don't want to say, grief support, which I really need, runaway, yeah, yeah, no, a lot of these people need these helplines, man. Right, let's go some more comments. Cousin died when we were both 17. There was a reception at his house just after the funeral. I went into his room and stole all the money that was there. Took some other valuables that his parents wouldn't realise were gone. No one knows that I did it. They just assumed he didn't have any money in his room, only loose change. I don't regret it, but I will never admit I did it. Also, no, he ends it with something disgusting. Why are people so disgusting, man? They get given a chance to be completely honest, and there's some up shit on here, man. If you're into reading some 4chan shit, go and find this thread, honestly. Me personally, I'd rather not get that in my mind. I'd rather not have that floating around my mind, to be honest with you. I once taped a Mets game without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. I needed some levity there, if that's the right expression. This comment says, this thread makes me realise what a good, boring person I am. It's doing the same with me. I'm not boring, but like the good part, like I'm realising maybe my life isn't as up as it could be. Okay, so this is my old account, so I might as well throw it away. While on deployment, I killed a man in a coup de grace. Does that mean he killed him in cold blood? What does coup de grace mean? Does that mean he killed someone in cold blood? Oh no, a coup de grace is a death blow to end the suffering of a severely wounded person or animal. It may be a mercy killing of mortally wounded civilians or soldiers, friends or enemies, with or without the sufferer's consent. This meaning is extended to refer to the final event that causes a figurative death. Oh wow, that's some deep shit, man. Let me read the rest of it. While on deployment, I killed a man in coup de grace. The feelings of taking a man's life always weigh a heavy burden on me every day. No one likes hurting people. He had been hit by some of our mobile artillery. While part of me wanted the bast... Oh, man. While part of me wanted the to be in pain. Why? It wasn't right. My medic was busy with my wounded, and as the officer on duty, I took out my 45 and put one in his head. I knew my boys wouldn't say anything. Most just watched, accepted it as a fact of war and kept walking. I remember throwing up afterwards. I came home and everyone acted like I was a hero. I never felt like more of a sham my entire life. Being a soldier, man. That's not for me. I used to think I wanted to be a soldier, but I'm glad I never got into. I went to military preparation school, not like a educational school. I mean, like I went to a college to do a course that was for military preparation, so that basically by the end of the course you would just breeze through selection. They get you to the state where you're definitely going to get in, and I was really enjoying it, and I really wanted to go into the army, and I wanted to go into combat and everything, and infantry, and we would be doing these steady state jogs every day. I think they call them tabs or something like that, like for miles. And I was really enjoying it. But then my knees started packing in. I just couldn't physically handle doing all that physical, all that running around. So that saved me from going into the military and completely changed the course of my life. I need a bit of a vape. That story was deep, that coup de grace story. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I always wondered what that expression meant. Let me check how long this this recording is. You know, 47 minutes. This might have to be I reckon this is gonna have to be a multi-parter. Right, so first time telling anyone this. This thread is so deep that probably no one will see, but if one person does see it, I'll feel better. I'm basically living a lie. I told my entire family I was able to transfer out of community college and into a university, but I never finished up the requirements. So since I live at home, every day instead of going to school, I go to the local library and my lies are so extensive, I even go to the campus and meet my girlfriend for lunch sometimes. I've made fake transcripts to show my family and to make it look like I'm actually studying. What are transcripts? I've heard that so much in American stuff. What are transcripts? Isn't a transcript like a recording of what you've done? What is a college transcript? In education, a transcript is a certified record of a student throughout a course of study having full enrollment history, including all courses attempted, grades earned, and degrees and awards conferred. Okay, so it's like kind of proof of everything you've done and accomplished at school. So, since I lived at home, every day, instead of going to school, I go to my local library and bullshit. My lies are so extensive, I even go to the campus and meet my girlfriend for lunch sometimes. I've made fake transcripts to show my family and make it look like I'm actually studying to go. I've heard of so many people doing this. The parents need to it's because of parents putting so much pressure on their kids, man. That I feel like that's what part of it is. Anyway, I go to MIT OpenCourseWare to look up facts that I quote-unquote learned in class that day. So he's sort of giving himself the education anyway. I've become a remarkable liar. I hope to be transferring in the fall, and then I look forward to living a normal life. Coming clean is not an option at this point. Yeah, he's buried in his lies. See, these living lies to this extent could make you get to the point where you feel desperate and you can't do anything else but do something, the most desperate thing you could ever do. Do you know what I mean? This is why, don't live a lie. Don't lie about who you are. Don't be scared to reveal who you are to the world. Just be yourself, man. Just be yourself, because if you live a lie to your friends or family and the world, it's gonna eat at you, and you only have to add more and more lies on top of lies and lies, and it's psychopathic, well, sociopathic in a way, not psychopathic. If you don't know the difference between a psychopath and a psychopath is just not is usually born, but I think sometimes they can be made by environmental factors. A psychopath is not capable of feeling human emotion except from anger. Yeah, some of them. So a sociopath, they are capable of feeling guilt and remorse and normal human emotions, and they can have like connections, genuine connections and bonds with people, but they act like a psychopath to get through life. So a lot of these people who lie and live a lie are sociopaths. To put it bluntly, I'm just going to be honest, mate. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, like, what did I expect with this thread? Like, of course there's going to be some fucked up shit. Like, and I've glossed over some of the most really horrible stuff. Okay, so this isn't necessarily something that could ruin my life, but it could ruin many others. Oh no, I haven't told anyone before. My father recently went to prison for white-collar crime. Is white-collar crime like fraud and stuff like that? Sorry guys, I'm not familiar with all these American terms. One sec. Sorry, I dropped my vape. What is white-collar crime? Is it like non-violent crime or like just fraud, or... Because blue collar means like, doesn't blue collar mean like working class? That's what they call it in the UK, working class. And white collar is sort of like middle to upper class. White collar crime. The term white collar crime refers to financially motivated, yeah, fraud, non-violent and non-directly violent crime committed by individuals, businesses, governments, and professionals. Okay, so yeah, I kind of had it right. Okay, so we'll carry on. This isn't necessarily something that could ruin my life, but it could ruin many others. I haven't told anyone before. My father recently went to prison for white-collar crime that he pled guilty to. He didn't commit this crime, but the alternative was fighting a highly sensationalized, media-obsessed scapegoat case and potentially getting 20 plus years. What? While he was in prison, I read his little blue book. What's a little blue book, which I knew contained all the missteps of everyone he's worked with. He has always been an extremely scrupulous man. Oh, I like that word, scrupulous. So these offences were something he took seriously enough to note. I have information on countless state employees, incredibly prominent and wealthy community members, numerous elected city/state officials and police officers. That sounds juicy. This information could ruin lives and start political controversy. My father is an incredible man and is not vengeful whatsoever. He will never use any of this info against these people, despite the fact that most completely turned on him and stayed uninvolved at all costs or started pointing fingers. When I picture my aging father sitting in a maximum security jail cell, sleeping on a metal sheet without a mattress, he wasn't given one till his 5th night. I'm filled with rage for these people who could have stood up for their friend and prevented this, while he continues to be loyal. I still haven't decided which campaigns, if any, I'm going to ruin in the upcoming elections. Wow, that's pretty deep. That is pretty deep. I'm getting a bit tired. I might have to stop and do the rest in another part. This next... Okay, I have been pretending to be colorblind to everyone I've ever known, including my own parents, since I was in 3rd grade. I am now 28 years old. I even convinced an optometrist of it. We call them opticians in the UK, but optometrist, I don't know. You Americans are weird, man. Most of my audience are American, so I try and say things like that relate more to them, but I can't even read that. An optician, we call them in the UK. So he's pretended to be colorblind his whole life. That's so weird. I don't even know how to process that one. Okay, so I faked having a chronic pain condition for 5.5 years in order to not have to attend middle school and high school. I was placed on a homebound program, not homeschooling, and allowed to study at my own pace from home. I was able to fool a team of medical professionals, my family, my teachers, and my friends into believing that my symptoms are real. Also, I racked up over 100,000 in medical bills for my family. Parentheses, that's just what the insurance didn't cover. During those 5.5 years, parentheses, I did not realise the extent of the medical bills until later into my lie, and it was one of the main reasons I decided enough was enough. Upon graduating from high school and getting accepted into a good university, I decided that it was time for my quote-unquote pain to go away. No one has questioned the fact that my symptoms vanished overnight. My medical team attributed it to the fact that I was nearing the end of puberty. What I did was a douchebag thing, and my family is oh no, this is sad. Okay, this is why it's life ruining. What I did was a douchebag thing, and my family is continuing to drown in debt from medical bills. Parentheses, I plan to pay them back someday. I simply started the hoax because I was a 12-year-old who absolutely loathed middle school. He probably got bullied or something, bless him. But it doesn't excuse what he did, but you know, like, there's got to have been something putting him off, social anxiety or something. Anyway, I attempted to end the lie at the beginning of every school year, but eventually fell back into saying my pain prevented me from attending school. Today I feel horrible about what I did, and I desperately want to tell everyone that it was a lie, but I know that I cannot because I'll never gain credibility back again. Yeah, no one's gonna fucking like you if you come clean about that. Like, this is why you shouldn't lie. Don't start a lie, because then it spirals into you get a death spiral, and you get stuck in a rut. Don't live a lie, man. What the like, these people must be so, like, they must I struggle enough with my mental health as it is. Like, if I had to go through life like lying every single day to everyone around me, how can you live like that? Like, I don't get it. There's a guy trying to say what he did was not that bad. I think it's pretty bad, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I think that's pretty bad. When I was younger, I would lie about anything and everything, like having more brothers and sisters than I did, where I grew up, where I was born, and I would make up lies about random things that didn't even matter. That's sociopathic. I have no idea why I did it, but some of the lies have kept going. I'm 21 and still maintaining random lies I've told forever. His username is my pants are on fire. Me and my cousin have been doing. Oh no. I'm event. No. Half the. No. When I was around, no. I this one I don't know if it's a nope or not yet, but it starts off when I was around 10 or 11 years old, so no. No, that one looks a bit suspect as well. I lit a tree on fire for kicks and ended up burning half a forest down. Oh no, and several homes went up in flames in the process. I wanted to say I did that when I saw it on the news. Woo! Whoa! I wonder how many people have started forest fires accidentally, or on purpose. Oh, there's got to have been people who've done it on purpose, because there's arsonists. There's a lot of arsonists. I'm going to try and find out what percentage of the population are arsonists. I used to like starting fires when I was a kid, but in a controlled setting, like never like, like burning people's houses down and stuff. What percentage of the population? Oh, wow. 8 per 1,000 people are arsonists. Oh, no, that's the overall crime rate. No, don't ignore what I just said. This is going to be my longest video yet. I don't care. I'll probably carry on. I'll keep this tab open and bookmark it and carry on making more videos out of this. But yeah, you've been locked on to Everything Bite Size. Check out my music videos, check out my shorts, check out my other content like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.